morning. Welcome to Undisputed. Happy Friday, everyone. I'm Jenny Taft with Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp. How you guys doing today?
I'm doing great, Jenny. I am doing great. It is drizzling a little rain here up in Bel Air, but other than that, I am fine. I've been winning the debates. Everybody been blowing me up. Hey, you doing a number on Skip? I said, yep, I sure am.
Shannon, it is GOAT Day here on Undisputed, which means, fortunately, we don't have to talk about LeBron today. As usual, I have on my Lil Wayne chain, GOAT, on top of Jumpman, GOAT, and we're about to talk about GOAT Brady. Good luck, Shannon.
I'm going to send Lil Wayne a message after this. I don't know what he started with this GOAT on GOAT, but it needs to stop immediately.
I personally love it, and both of you guys looking great, sounding great, confident today. And Skip mentioned it, but we are going to start things off by talking about a different GOAT, because I'm in the mood to talk a little Tom Brady and the Patriots. According to multiple reports, the Patriots did not know Tom Brady was planning on leaving New England until the night before. Well, it was also reported that the Patriots were willing to match the Buccaneers' offer a while back. So, Shannon, I start with you. Do you believe it was Brady's choice to leave New England or Belichick's choice to move on from him?
Nope. This is revisionist history again, Jenny. What I'm starting to see, because I remember Skip Bayless told me something about when LeBron James had lost and his camp had put out he had to be sedated. Hogwash. They didn't know till the night before. Actually, they knew 3 years in advance when they did not extend him. You see what is happening here, and I like to equate this situation to a relationship because Coach Belichick and Tom Brady was in a 20-year relationship. Skip, just because you don't do the breaking up doesn't mean you didn't want this. Because guess what I did, Skip? If I don't come home, I come home at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. If every time I'm doing things sneaky and the girl ends up breaking up with me, you don't get to say, well, I broke up with him. I set the chain of events in motion. I was the one that was coming home at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. I was the one that you kept hearing whispers about that I was seeing somebody else on the other side. And then all of a sudden you get the courage after I've done this for the last 3 years? Oh, no. Because what Brady did not want to break up, what Brady wanted was what I didn't give the girl, the commitment. They did not extend Tom Brady. Tom Brady wanted a commitment. They were unwilling to give him that. They could have made this thing work. All they had to do was extend Tom Brady. Tom Brady's happy. When they didn't do that, and we saw this at the beginning of the year, they gave him a little extra $8 million. He got $23 million, but no contract extension. Tom Brady is trying to rewrite history. I wanted out. I left. Well, if I keep on doing things to show you that I'm not interested, you should leave. And that's exactly what happened.
Shannon Sharp, I hate to inform you of this, but I'm afraid you're wrong again about Tom Brady. I've been trying to explain to you this from the start was Tom Brady's choice to leave. Now that has been confirmed by another report from Ian Rappaport of NFL.com and NFL Network, who's saying that, A, the Patriots were holding out hope that when Brady visited Robert Kraft's house on that Monday night of free agent week, that they could talk him into, at least Robert Kraft could talk Tom into staying. That they were still holding out hope 2 days later when he began to talk seriously with Tampa. And once he was offered 2 years at $25 million a year, 2 years for $50 total million, that Robert Kraft, according to Ian Rappaport, was again willing to match the 2-year deal to keep Tom Brady in New England. So it sure sounds to me like Bill Belichick lost a second time. We know from the ESPN report of 3 years ago that Belichick really lost the first time when he wanted to go forward after the 2017 season, or it's during the 2017 season, with Jimmy Garoppolo, that Kraft said, no, you're going to trade Jimmy G at the trade deadline. And we know Belichick basically gave him away out of spite to San Francisco. But here we're hearing now that Robert Kraft was not on Belichick's side. Again, do I think Belichick wanted Tom gone? Yes, I do. And to your point, do I think that Kraft was trying to play it down the middle to keep both sides happy by going year to year on the contract? Yes, I do. Do I think Brady ultimately was alienated by year to year? I do. But I remind you, Brady was the one who negotiated going into last season. You cannot franchise tag me going into 2020. So Brady was saying to them, I want to be able to cut ties. If it's my choice, it will be my choice to walk out the door, and you cannot stop me. And remember, just the other day, 2 days ago, Brady told Howard Stern that he was pretty sure he was going to leave going into last football season. And his bottom line to Howard Stern was, it was just time. The truth was the bridge had been burned to the ground between Belichick and Tom Brady. And it went back to, as you know, Shannon, it started with Deflategate, when Bill Belichick actually called his own press conference on the Saturday ahead of Super Bowl week. And even went into, remember, he did his Mona Lisa veto speech about, he's referring to My Cousin Vinny, the Marisa Tomei character. And he was trying to tell everybody, I don't know as much about football as she knew about cars in the movie. Baloney, you know everything about football. And he was trying to say, ask my quarterback. I don't know anything about deflated footballs. No, Bill, you got busted the first time around for Spygate, got caught cold-bloodedly, cold-handed, red-handed, with the evidence in your hand, thanks to Eric Mangini, obviously your former assistant coach who was then the Jets head coach, who blew the whistle on you. So you were already caught once, and I think you got caught twice with Deflategate. And then we go all the way into everything that started to unfold between Bill and Tom, you know all the rest of the story. And finally, it got to Brady decided, well, you cost me one Super Bowl by not playing Malcolm Butler, and you gave up 41 points while I was throwing for a playoff record 505. Then you cost me a number 2 seed and a bye last year in the final home game when you let Ryan Fitzpatrick go 80 yards for a touchdown in the last 3 minutes. And finally, as you said, Shannon, I think Brady looked at the roster and said, you just let it get old before our very eyes. And he said, I don't want to stay here. I can't win here. I can't win with a coach who doesn't want me here. So it was Tom Brady's decision to say, no, I'm going to Tampa Bay.
Skip, you said that he negotiated. The thing was is that he wanted the contract extension. They said, this is what we'll do. We'll give you $8 million, but we're not adding years to it. Tom says, if I accept this $8 million, I want you not to have the ability to franchise me. Okay, Skip, if that's the case, why not after the season they extend Tom Brady if they want him as much as this report said they did? Why did they wait till I got to go? Because remember, Skip, they extended it a week, free agency. So in other words, you had a week extra to talk and negotiate. Why not give him the contract extension then? Why not after the 2017 season? Why not after 2018? Why did they not extend Tom Brady if they wanted Tom Brady as much as this report said they wanted Tom Brady? Because they didn't. Coach Belichick set the chain of events in motion. Skip, Coach Belichick was coming in at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning when she knew he wasn't at work. Coach Belichick was being seen around town with someone else that wasn't his girlfriend, and she knew this. She had had enough. So, she broke up, but Coach Belichick wanted you to. Coach Belichick didn't want that on his resume to say, I cut Tom Brady, because at least, Skip, he does have a little cover. Well, Tom left, and you and Ian Rappaport and everybody else putting it out there like they broke up. But nah. This chain of events was set in motion by one Bill Belichick, because it started in 2017 and they did not, because Skip, let me tell you what would have happened. Even though Tom Brady was really, really upset that they wanted to move forward with Jimmy Garoppolo, if they had extended Tom Brady after the 2017 season, you and I both know he would have gladly accepted. He would have put his name on the dotted line, and he'd have played 3-4 more years in New England. But that's not what Coach Belichick wanted. And Mr. Kraft could have easily said, "No, we're not doing what year to year, Bill. We're giving it, if he wants 3 years, we're giving him 3 years. And if Tampa, we're not even getting to Tampa. We're doing 3 years, Tommy. We're going to do 3 years at $60 million, fully guaranteed." Bill Belichick said, "No, we're not." And Mr. Kraft says, "Okay, Billy." That's what he calls him, Billy. Billy, fine. You know, everybody knows that's how it played out. But Tom Brady wants to save face. Legacy doesn't mean anything, whatever.
So, by the way, Shannon, it sounds
Yes.
like you speak from experience about being out at 3 or 4 in the morning when you're supposed to be with somebody. I don't know. It just, you keep bringing that up like you know exactly how that feels.
See, you and Jenny always try to pin it on me. I'm just saying, Skip Bayless, you know what I do. I speak from personal experience. I know people that might have done that in the past.
Well, here's what I know. I know that Robert Kraft said after that fateful Monday night meeting, that was the first day of sort of informal, unofficial free agency. It started on Monday when you could start to have contact with each other's representatives. Tom Brady went to Robert Kraft's house, and Robert said the next couple of days that, hey, I thought we were going to have the same meeting we always have, where we kind of hash it out and figure it out, and that we would come to an agreement that we would go forward for another year.